Yo, what's up? How we doing, chat? Who else has FOMO? Bro, look at this trade. Look at this trade. Right at the 1250 macro. Break even when you got to this high. 10 points later, didn't even come back. Scale 1 here, scale 2 here. Go for here. Oh, I'm not sharing. Oops. Oops. That's on me. Alright, better? If you were on during lunch, which that would break my rules to take this trade, but if you were on during lunch and you hit the 1250 macro and you saw this, you saw the liquidity sweep with no displacement, you saw the high momentum, singular gap, obvious. Like this is A plus 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 plus. Like this is like it doesn't get any better than this. This is the best trade you could have taken today. By the way, I'm pretty sure PM is going to be really bad today. We'll see. But we have news at 2. We have a Fed speaker. We have Powell. Um, and yeah. But yeah, this was actually better than this trade. Um, and this one. The 1 minute long or whatever that we got at 10:30. Wherever that was at here. This trade was better than both of those. So when do you wait for retrace? Would you have waited for retrace on this 30-second? No. Okay, so I have a rule set that I can't take a trade that has a stop of more than 25 points. And if you look at this trade, the stop is, so the low would be here on the 1 minute at 72, and we closed at like 21,100 almost. So the whole stop on this is 28 points. So I'm waiting on the retrace there. For this, the stop on this trade is the entry would have been at 54, and the stop would have been at 34. So it's only 20 points. So I would have just entered on the close. Yep. So anytime the stop is over 25 points, I'm going to wait for a retrace. Yeah, I took it. I took the retrace entry. I said that in chat that I was taking the retrace too. I didn't enter on the close. It would break my rules if I took the entry on the close. Yeah, no, Mister, that's what I did. I set the limit on the retrace. I eyeball it. I make sure that like the trade isn't going like too far back on like the actual thing, right? Like obviously if we come up in one candle and then come shooting back down, like I'm gonna avoid a trade at that point, um, because there's too much momentum down. But I didn't think that there was too much momentum down, so I just limited in. Yeah, that's what I did. Do you have a rules list and do you mind sharing? Yeah, I've shared it before in here. I can share it again. Let me just find it. Yeah, no, you could have literally taken this trade anywhere and been perfectly fine. Now let's focus on like the potential short here. I think we're just going to be range bound for the rest of the day. I don't really have any expectations as far as, draws on liquidity. And then we also have Fetcher Powell at 3. And so for the next like basically hour and a half leading up to that, price is just going to get really choppy, and we might see some like good moves, but the only way I'd be willing to take a trade is if like let's say we resweep this low again and then get a nice long. Because usually whenever we get a reaction out of the daily Sibi, that reaction will run for 50 points, like as you can see, right? So this is us tapping the daily Sibi again. I mean the daily BISI again, and then we ran for like over 50 points. This one ran for over 50 points. This one runs for 100 points. So if we get a long out of there, then that's the only thing I'm taking. If we inverse this 5 minute, then my bias will be full on bullish, and I'll expect the equal highs to get ran. Um, but so far, we've just continued to respect this 5 minute gap, so I have no expectation for higher prices until that gets inversed. But yeah, anytime you guys are looking at an IFEG play and the gap or the stop is huge, you gotta wait for a retrace. It's better for risk to reward. This long we're delivering out of a 15 minute, but it's not a great 15 minute. I like that we inverse this gap and we're kind of like delivering out of the retrace, if that makes sense. If we were to go up here, if we start to violate this, then obviously not. If we were to inverse this 1 minute, I think we would go down to grab the low. This BPR being the last roadblock. Equal highs. Yep, we still have the equal highs up here. If we inverse this 5 minute Rene, that's what I'm going to target. But we've continued to reject it. And we're kind of like bearish on the higher time frame. So, I mean, obviously we're very bullish, like we've been pumping, right? But these last 4 days have all been red. So that's what I mean when we're like bearish. Like on the 1 hour, we're kind of bearish. We've inversed this 1 hour Sibi down. We respected this 1 hour gap, and we're just like delivering down, like with high resistance liquidity. I have 50% marked out on the daily. I think this could be a potential draw and be like a unicorn setup to go higher. But for right now on the lower time frame, all I'm focusing on is like longs out of the daily BISI and then longs higher if we inverse the 5 minute here. I'm not going to really take shorts like that. Which time frame? Higher time frame. Like the 1 hour, we had this gap get inversed here and this gap. So we're inversing bullish PD arrays to the downside, and we're delivering out of a bearish PD array. So that's what makes me think that we're bearish on the 1 hour, and we're getting like a higher time frame retrace, maybe to like the 20,600 level before went ahead higher. We're just like slowly grinding down. Obviously, if we like completely wreck this 1 hour, then we're gonna go to all-time highs, right? But so far, we've just like continued to slowly grind down these last 4 days. What's up, Oksana? W break even. Yes. If you're talking about the first long, yeah. You're gonna sing the words wrong. Oksana, if that's me there, I'm 100% re-entering on this. Even if I get stopped like or break even here, I'm waiting for that and I'm coming back and I'm re-entering. So I hope that's what you did, Oksana. That's right. You took the trade for worse RR than me this morning. um, because it breaks my rules if I enter on the 1 minute entry. It's 28 point stop. My rule is if there's a trade that's 25 points or more, it's too big of a stop. Honestly, I think PM's not going to be very good today. I think we've already hit like the daily target, and I think the only way that we go and get these equal highs is if we break through this 5 minute. Plus, we have Powell at 3, so I think we're just going to chop before him. But we've had 3 really good PM days, like back to back to back, so that's totally fine. Yeah, I'm up. I'm up crazy this week. I'm gonna be honest. 'But yeah, I think Chad already knows that tomorrow's our off day. 'What you doing right now? Nice. 2 days in a row. 'Cam, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. Um. So Ursula, whenever you take a payout, it sets your drawdown to plus 100. So yes, that's accurate. I think if what you're asking me is the drawdown rules, what you have is correct. So like, let's say you pass and you take that first payout, you can request I think 400, and then the account will just be closed. Or maybe it's like 250 or something like that. Um, and then the max payout for the month would be 1200, I think, or for the pay period or something like that. Um, so what you would need to do for that is like make like I don't know actually. Yeah, no, you definitely want to leave yourself a safety net. I would just try and target like the payout threshold that Apex has, or like 2K. I think 2K is like a really good place to be, um, for those accounts. and then just take like whatever payout amount you want. Normally for me, I take the max payout, but um, I kind of have more trust in MFFU than Apex, so I might be more willing to like run these accounts up instead of taking the full payout. How much do you have to make for a 2K payout? For Apex, you have to make 4,100. For MFFU, there's no 2K payout. The max payout you can get is 1,200. Um, and then after three times, you get whatever. But for a $1,200 payout, I think you can literally just make 1,200 bucks and be good. Hmm. Um, Sebastian, I already have uh three funded, so I wasn't able to get a milestone for MFFU when they launched them. But I think for the next time like I fail a funded on MFFU, um, I might. What time frame? The 15. I'm just reading chat right now. I wasn't even paying attention to the chart to be honest. I don't know. I've never been there. D trader. D trader. I was raised on Gordon Ramsay and like all those types of shows like Chopped and Hell's Kitchen and Master Chef and the one where he like travels around the world and cooks scrambled eggs. That's a good one. Yeah, for sure, Sebastian. Yeah, and if you use my MFFU code to purchase your milestone accounts, I think you get 15% off. So that's pretty cool. Did you already post it? Your haircut? All right, so we inverse this 1 minute. I'd imagine we go to the next ITL. Um, L. This is probably like a B minus setup. I mean, it's nice that we have the equal lows now, but it's shorting in the middle of the range with no liquidity sweeps. So yeah, I rock with it. All right. Yeah, external high or low, Renee. Like this is okay for a liquidity sweep, right? And we kind of got the manipulation, but I don't know. I would have preferred if we swept from up here and then got a short down. This isn't something I'd ever take, but you guys know that. You know what I look for. Like, you know that this is something I would take all day. It's just we didn't start stream at 12:50. We started at 1:30. Like this, does this look like this? That's all you have to ask. Does this look like this? And then that should answer your question of whether or not it's a good trade. I mean, it's low volume conditions ahead of Powell, middle of the range with limited liquidity sweep, and it just doesn't look like this. So it's just not something I'll take. Or it doesn't look like this or this. Will it work? Because like an IFG is just a bearish confluence? Probably. I'm trading Apex right now because I already hit like my consistency target for MFFU for today. I isn't it 40% for fundeds? I think it's 40, right? Yeah, right. And then it's 20% for milestone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so like I'm going for 2K profit on the MFFUs, so I've already hit 40% of 2K. Hey, what's going on, man? Oxano's gonna buy a milestone account. Yeah, for a little bit. Hey, the short worked for 10 points. Dude, I still think we're gonna go hit low a day again. If we hit low a day again, we might be able to get along. Yeah, Xano, that would be cool. I think it's probably best to wait till Black Friday, but yeah. Is anybody in a short right now? You are? Hmm. Just wondering. Oh, this 1 minute entry. It's like a B minus setup in the middle of the range. I don't know, bro. Maybe you wanted to pay for your burger. Dude, I'm not gonna take it because I don't chase like that. That's not really like that would break my rules 100%. But dude, if we start to really accelerate through this like we did this morning with this dump, we're probably gonna go for low a day again. Who in here is like FOMO because of the crypto stuff? Zero. Yeah, low key same. Low key same. Like it sucks. Like I'm watching like these projects go absolutely crazy, but at the same time, like who cares? It's crypto. I probably would have lost the money on a stupid project. With MFFU milestone, there is no eval. That is correct. There are funding phases. So if you make $1,500 profit on a 25K, you're able to withdraw 750, and then you start the next phase. And you do that 3 times, and then you get like a sim funded, or no, sorry, live account funded. Um, yeah. So there was that entry based on the 1 minute, and now it's just the 30-second that we have to get through the BPR, and then low a day. This already kind of looks like a sell model, you know. It's just got that curve. You can have 3 milestones, I think, Oksana. It's 3 fundeds. You say, nah, no way? No, 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 no. They would just transfer you to one single live. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, you're allowed to have 3 sim fundeds. I mean, it's like a pretty rare scenario where somebody is able to make it through 4 stages of a funded. So like it's not really like I don't think something that they're necessarily prepared for somebody to copy trade three accounts like that. But yeah, I mean, clearly we're just running through this gap with zero respect for it. So that kind of tells me like we're probably gonna go for low a day again. You'll literally do it. All right, bro, do it. I'm in this short with 2 micros. Did you get in from here or are you chasing from down here? Because if you're in from here, sure, that's fine. You can go to break even now. We swept the 30-second ITL. But if you're in from down here, I would be a little worried because this could totally just come back up after sweeping the ITL. But it's not going to do that because, yeah, we are just crushing this. This is going to go to the low for sure. Dang, dude. It's just red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle. How many points was this from this inverse? 50 already. Dang. Dude, PM, this is good price action, guys, by the way. Like, this is not bad PA. Powell's at 3, Oksana. Dude, this week of PA has been insane for PM. Like, I literally told you guys, though, that this was going to happen. As soon as we got around the holidays, like, PM was going to get really good. I've had so many people cancel their account and be like, PM doesn't give enough setups. PM price action's not good. And I'm like, just wait. It's going to get good. All right, let's figure out how we're going to get in back out. Honestly, I think I'd like to see new structure form after hitting this low. I I don't even know how I would get in this long. Maybe a 3 minute if we got it. No, because you're buying into a 5 minute. Dang, this sucks. Nothing's really lining up. Do you recommend TP early? Yeah, I always set my take profit like either a point before or a few ticks before, just in case like NQ sweeps the low and MNQ doesn't. What levels do I want to see hit NQ ES low a day? Let's get NQ low from. We've already hit low or previous day low, and that was really my only target to the downside, so I don't really have any idea. But we can start looking for targets on like the higher time frame. Um, and there aren't any, so that's just fantastic. The only thing I have marked out is 50%, which is I think at 600. So that would be my only target. Um, maybe this low. It's an ITL. It's just kind of far, you know. It's 170 points away. I mean, I'm not gonna like discount this and say that we couldn't really start dumping because, like, I mean, obviously we've started really accelerating down here, but I don't know. I probably should have said this was an eval entry to be honest. Like, obviously that's hindsight now, but this was accelerating pretty quick. I don't know. It's just it's not this. It's not this. So never mind. So obviously I don't want to take a long with leaving liquidity behind. So even if we get like a crazy pump back up here, I'm not going to be able to enter because we didn't get the liquidity sweep. It's part of my rules. Got to follow my rules. But yeah, that was the hourly candle open, by the way. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, I don't see an SMT. We're just pumping straight up. Wow. All right, well, okay. If we inverse this 5 minute and we're still getting this crazy momentum, like, how big is the stop on this? All right, this could be like a theoretical play. It's not A plus because we didn't get the liquidity sweep, but it's an A setup. This would be like an eval trade. If we keep up this momentum, we have equal highs here, so go to break even once we hit those and then target everything else. YM, I don't care about YM juice. But I guess good to know. Yeah, this is really going up here. So we got 3 minutes till the next 5 minute close. I guess if we were to inverse that or inverse these two 3 minute gaps. Nah, I would have to be the 5. Because this is like the same thing, right, on the 5 minute as this. Look, see this pattern. It's the same thing. Yeah, yeah. This 5 minutes going to be the trade, I think. We got still another 2.5 minutes though. If we inverse the 3 minute beforehand and we close like up here, it might be worth it to just get in early. Is this yes? This is a V-shaped recovery, right? This is the setup. We would just need the 5 minute to inverse. Where would the stop loss be? A close below this low, or I mean the IFUG. So no 3 minute inverse. Um, yeah, this is gonna go without us probably. Dang. I mean, you can chase obviously. Like this is so bullish. Um, we have the equal highs here. You could just go to break even once we hit those. I'm still waiting for the 5 minute. I'm hoping that we don't hit this high first, but it's gonna hit. Like if we're being honest. Yeah. So lefty equal highs. I'm really hoping we just leave the equal highs and come back down. Because if we take the equal highs, then obviously the trade's invalid. I'm hoping we get a retrace here. This would kind of be that scenario where I'd wait for one. When you pump like 70 points like that in like 5 candles, like you should anticipate a retrace. So there, no, not quite. But yeah, we left equal highs, so technically this is still valid. Didn't give the retrace. But if you just got in on the candle close, then you're sitting pretty right now. So there's the break even from the candle close. And this should just continue to blast up here. I mean, with this level of momentum, we're putting in the 30-second OBs, so it's doing everything that it should be doing. TP1 would be this high right here at 9.5. All right, let's see. Would I have gotten break even if I got in on this trade? We do have an SMT here. We have a bearish one. So yeah, I would have been stopped break even on this play with no partials taken. So I have zero FOMO about not getting in on this play. What would be awesome is if we got a retrace here to this 3-minute gap, and then we're able to take a long from there. That's now kind of what I'm looking for in order to get a play. Right? This could kind of be like yesterday was with that 30-second long that we took during AM. We could get a situation like that where we dump down, tap into some gap on the 5-minute or 3-minute or whatever, and then get a nice setup from there. Did we close over this high? No, we didn't. We closed to the TIG. I want to see like a 20-point red candle down, a chop candle, and then a 20-point red candle up in order to get like a nice 30-second inverse. Yeah, still no obvious gaps. Still nothing that I'd be interested in as far as taking an inverse long. Is this a protected high? I don't think so. Nice. Okay, this could be the inverse. We just need to chop around. No, no, no. Yes, 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 yes. All right, close the candle. Close the candle. Close the candle. Perfect. All right, now chop. Just chill out. Go hit 50% or something. Go hit 50. Chill, bro. Don't do it. No, the gap is too tiny now. Yeah, bro. Why? Maybe the 2 minute? Nope. 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 Okay. Well, that sucks. This 30-second OB is probably gonna work, but I don't take OBs, and we didn't hit 50, so that's a little concerning to me. Imagine this OB with the 50. I'm taking that all day. Yeah, tap into the 5 minute and everything, dude. This play is gonna work. This OB is gonna work. Like, we just didn't get an IFG entry. Maybe on the 15. No, no, there's nothing. This IFG short worked on the 15-second. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is like one of those like super high probability OBs. I feel like the only way it could be better is if we hit 50. Like, this is the only reason why this will fail is because we didn't hit 50. That's the reason I didn't take it. I think if we would have hit 50 here and we got this OB, I would have taken this all day. Even though it's not even my model, I just know that like based on ICT, like that's gonna work. Because we're not delivering from discount yet. So we're trying to long in premium, and longs and premium have lower probabilities. Yep. Okay, okay. Maybe we get this 1 minute now. With the 50 tap. Yeah. Fahrenheit, like, I started September 20th. So there's 50, I think. Maybe I have it measured wrong. No, we didn't tap it. We just barely missed it by a tick. Okay, there we go. We hit it now. All right, so now if we got this IFG up, I would take this, I think, with good momentum. How big is the stop here? Let's figure out this play now. So this is a setup. Risk is about 7 points. Targeting 29, so almost 4-1, or just a little over 4-1. What would I rate this? I'd rate this A. I'm taking this on eval just because I'm crazy green on my funded, but I think you could take this on funded and get away with it. Just have to get like the good momentum close. Yeah, if we chop through it through the close, then I wouldn't take it unfunded. But if we came up in like a single candle and inversed it, I would take it unfunded. If we inverse the 5 minute down, okay, we didn't. Okay, we're good. If we inverse the 5 minute down, the play would probably be cooked. Because then I think that we're actually targeting this low again. Okay. Well, this is not bullish. This is just not bullish. This candle combined with this candle, and we're forming this. This is now okay. All right. Well, looks like we want liquidity again. Okay, so price action's very good right now. I don't know why, and we're in seek and destroy conditions. So I'm guessing we'll get a play. We just gotta wait for the textbook A plus setup, and we just haven't gotten it yet. If we hold this 5 minute, that would be huge because this close was pretty algorithmic. We didn't inverse it to the downside, and as long as we're holding it, that gives me confidence in longs. And it'd be nice too if we put in this as an OB when we went to inverse this. What trades did you take today? The 1 minute long at 10:30. Yeah, that's it. That's the only trade I took. Yeah. And then I'll take this trade too if we get it. So no inverse there. Probably gonna have to wait one more candle. If this play turned into a loss because of Powell, it would be the first loss we've taken in almost 2 months. Where would TP1 be? This high. Anything else you would have taken if you didn't take the first trade? 1250. Without a doubt. The 1250 30-second. Yep. Yep. Okay, so in order for this to be a funded play, this next candle would have to inverse in a singular candle. If it doesn't, this is an eval play because now this is bad momentum. For me. Yeah, for sure, Tommy. All right, we got a minute to this next 5 minute candle close. This 5 minute has to hold. If it doesn't, then obviously the long is dead. Um, yeah, this is a bullish OB. I mean, ideally, in order to make it like a CISD, you'd want to see us close over this high, right? That would turn this into like the actual order block, but this is a block of orders, is what this is. Does that make sense? Like, this is a bullish order block because it's a bullish block of orders, but this would actually be like the bullish order block. You'd want to see the close over this high to be an actual like textbook order block. This is just like a block of orders. This is just an OB on the lower time frame. That's all that is. I mean, not an OB on the lower time frame. I mean, BPR on the lower time frame. I wouldn't even need to see like a sweep here in order for this to be an OB. I mean, the sweep is nice, but that's just for like ICT in general. So 5-minute did not inverse, but this is just still not looking very bullish. In order for it to be bullish, we need to be inversing bearish PD arrays, and we're not doing that. We're doing the exact opposite. So, like, it's just like, okay, there's a difference, right? This is an order block. This is a very good order block, right? This isn't, right? Because relative to the rest of the range, the candle's like kind of small. It's like not like super order block. I mean, it's good. It's a good order block, but it's not great, right? Like this one. Like this is a good order block, right? This is a good order block. Like this is actually like a great order block. Okay, we respect it to the body, like in both wicks. When we come in wick down, we blast off from the body. Like that's an order block. Okay, sweep the low. Crazy good momentum, maybe. Inverse the gap, hopefully. Are we having PM stream tomorrow? No. Tomorrow is our off day. And if you check the schedule, it doesn't say like when our off days are, but I've made it like it's been a thing ever since we started PM that every other Friday we take off. Use it as an opportunity to start your weekend early and work on your own, psychology and whatever else. And also, Fridays I kind of view like no news Mondays. They're sometimes they can be good, sometimes they can be bad, but in my experience, Friday PM has a tendency to like not do great, especially on days like quad witching or just like days with no news. So I try and like I just say we take off every other Friday. How long have I been trading? I've been trading like securities for 4 years, and I've been trading IFEGs for a year and a half. What am I looking to take, Addy? I'm looking to take the 1 minute long. Unless, yeah, no, just the 1 minute. The only way that this would like not trigger is if we inverse the 5 minute down. Then I would like kind of be looking to see us take liquidity before looking for another play. You would not take the 5 minute short? No, because I wouldn't want to fade these. Like these gaps could still hold, right? Even if the 5 minute gets inversed. You're not looking for the low to be swept? If I would be if we inverse this 5 minute BPR. If we don't inverse it, then this is too bullish to ignore, right? Like I think like PM is just going to be kind of choppy ahead of Powell in 36 minutes. But yeah, the next 5 minute close will be in 40 seconds. And we're still holding. So SMT, you're right, I think. You talking about the YM SMT that we had, or are you talking about the bearish SMT we have at the high? This one. This one, the bearish one. Yeah, I know the SP, but is it a bullish inverse or a bearish one? Because I'm aware of this one. I just don't care about it. Bullish. Okay. Where's the bullish inverse? Because that one I'm not seeing. Yeah, I know. I'm looking at ES. I don't see the bullish inverse. I mean, not bullish inverse. Bullish SMT. This low swept this low, and same thing on ES. Maybe it did it on micros, and you're looking at micros. No, it did on micros. I don't know. You'll have to send me the time, and I'll look at it. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe it's on like the 15-second or something. So 5 minutes still holding. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw, but I uploaded the whole stream from yesterday. Um, I don't record my own desktop audio because sometimes I like listen to music, and that can get copyrighted. But if you guys would like me to start, I guess having desktop audio, so when Dodgy joins, you can hear him. I can do that. I'll just have to play, like music through my AirPods, and then put up my headphones over them. And that way, I can still hear him. I can have that desktop audio recorded. And yeah. Or I could just have the audio go through a separate channel. Am I looking for the next high to be swept or session high? The only thing I'd be looking for with this trade would be like probably this high inside of the fair value gap is like the final TP. So this trade would be an eval trade for me, personally, just because we aren't getting the momentum. And because, yeah, I mean, we have Powell, but that's not for another 30 minutes, so I think it'd be okay. It's not like we're taking this 15 minutes before. At 15 minutes before, like, let's say we continue to chop around and this trade doesn't trigger, I'm not going to take it because it's too close to the news. So tomorrow, I'm going to post or make available the one-on-one thing on WAP. So if you like to sign up for a one-on-one starting next week, um, there's been, some demand. So I don't know if you're looking to set up a one-on-one next week, if it'll be there, if a lot of people decide to sign up. Cannot see screen. So here's the entry, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna take this on eval. We have an SMT now with the high. ES took it. I don't like that we have an SMT right at the break-even target, but you know what? We'll see. Yeah, the close isn't great, I'll be honest. Like, I have low conviction in this trade. That's why I'm taking it on eval. So here's the next 15-minute candle. Not really anything significant about it. So there's the like a better close over the high, I guess. So ES is way more stronger than NQ right now. I'm paying attention to it because when we take this high on ES, I'm for sure going to break even. Did I take this long? Yeah, I said I'm taking it on eval. This is where I'd want to see for break even. But I'm watching ES. I'll let you guys know when ES hits this high because when ES hits this high, I'm also going to break even. So whichever happens first. If this high gets hit first or if ES takes the other high. ES still hasn't hit it yet, so I'm not break even yet. Alright, I'm break even there. Where would I take profit if I only took one contract? If it's on micros, just take it at this high. If it's on minis, sell the mini and buy 5 micros or buy like 3 micros to try and hold runners. So this plays up 2R right now. You could scale here for 2R. I'm going to keep holding for the high. There is an SMT now at this high, right? Probably going to get break even on the rest just because of the SMT. Yeah, that's just not what you want to see. This gap really needs to hold. Yeah, it's... There's no way I don't get break even here. Yeah, okay. So I just got break even. That's fine. So there's 2RR. That's perfectly fine for a trade. Who took that? I guess type 1 if you took that. Break even. Do I ever take the full retrace entry? What do you mean? Like wait for like 50% of the IFEG. No, I've never done that before, Sam. Or sorry, not Sam, Scotty. So let's see if this break even saves us. I don't even think this break even is going to save us. I think we just got break even because of the SMT. But we'll see. Renate, you're one of the last survivors, I think. I think you and maybe like one other person are still in this, so I believe. So you got your inverse on the 1 minute, which is good. All right, well, it looks like it's not that good. Hey, so wait, that's three winning trades this week, chat. That's three winning trades. Not no, she doesn't have access to it, Addy. I don't think. Or maybe she does have access. I don't know. She's a mod. I'm pretty sure she can just join. Um, Wait, how long have I been muted? How long have I been muted? Not long? Okay, never mind, never mind. 1 minute? Okay, never mind. I thought I was muted there for a good minute. Okay. I changed my toggle mute bind. I'm gonna have to change it again. Because having it as a period is not good. I'm gonna put it as the backslash, not the forward slash. Or whatever. Dude, caps lock I actually use as my push to talk. Um Dang, I should have taken profit for 15 points. Dude, this is what I hate about Apex. I started a new 25k account today because I passed my other evals, and I was up right now $300 in that trade because I risked one mini, and it came back and I was up 300, and now I have $1,200 of drawdown left. Love Apex. That's why MFFU is better. That's true. MFFU is 100% better because I wouldn't have taken any drawdown there off of my accounts on MFFU. I think the 25 is better now, Jeff, to be honest. Because the 50 you have to make 54,100 for a max payout, and for the 25k you only have to make 2,500. but we'll see. By the way, like I said, I don't think that this break even was going to save us, and so far it has not saved us. So I'm always going to follow my rules and I'm going to follow my model, and I'm going to go to break even when we take an internal. But I figured that if price missed this low, inverse these gaps, had this much momentum, was delivering out of the daily BISI, and had liquidity above, that we would continue to go higher. But yeah, Rene, I would scale here at this high, and honestly, you could scale like a couple points early, because ES is about to take out triple equal highs. No, sorry, quadruple equal highs. So you could scale for like 8.5, miss out on the 2.5 extra points, and like be chilling. It's always annoying being in trades when NQ is the weaker indice. Dodgy released the Black Friday sale? – 1%? 1%? Let's go. Mr. Fahrenheit, I stay away from YM because I think it's a garbage indice. You're new here, so you don't know, but I go on rants about YM. Go on the rant. All right, I'll summarize it. I'll make it easy for you. Basically, YM is not an indice that you should be looking at to check for SMTs or even correlation between NQ and YM, because the way that YM is weighted is based off of market cap and not based off of market cap. YM is weighted based off of the price of the share and not based off market cap. So the stock with the most weight in YM is the stock with the highest share price. So right now, I think it's some healthcare company called let me check. Dow by weight. It's United Health Group. They make up 8.5% of the indice, right? And then if you go to NQ by weight, do they even appear in the top 10 companies? Top 20? Top 30? No. Right? I don't even think they appear in the indice. Yeah, they're not even in the indice, right? The only indice that they're in is at the S&P, right? So if you're looking for SMTs with an indice that doesn't even share your top holding, then how does that make any sense, Like, they're not going to be correlated because they aren't the same. Like, at least the NQ and S&P share the majority of the weight. That's why you can use them for S&P or SMTs, right? Because like the top 100 companies in NQ are like almost the exact same as the top 100 companies in the S&P. All right, Pradeep, thank you for stopping by. Were you able to catch that trade? The 1 minute? Yes, and break even? Cool. All right. Cool. So after this last week, this last week and the New York week where I was absent, but like PM was still really good. Who has had their faith restored in PM? Who thinks it's serviceable, like I initially said when we first started these streams? I just feel bad for all those people that canceled and like weren't able to take advantage of like PM for when it's actually good. Yeah, exactly. It's hit and miss just like AM. It's not like complete like you can't completely write it off like how Dodgy has done in the past. I understand why he says like not to trade PM because as far as like trading psychology goes, it's really good to just like take your one and done trade and be off for the day. But it really is perfect for anybody who like has an okay psychology so far and isn't going to overtrade and still follow their rules the same that they would in AM, right? Because when you follow your rules, you're able to you know catch good trades. Um, so it does look like our break even might end up saving us because we didn't get to TP1. We're dumping now, and we're well past the entry point at this point. Now we'd be in drawdown. So if we close below the gap here, obviously that's a fail, which means our break even ends up saving us. You'll be off in December. That makes total sense. The holidays, I get it. I think you can actually put your payments on pause instead of having to cancel outright. That would be cool if WAP had that feature. They should do that. I don't know. I mean, a lot of other subscription based websites do that, but I don't know if WAP does. Also, the break even saved us, so hoorah! All right, so now it's 15 minutes before Powell talks. I don't think I'm going to be able to alert anything else for the rest of the day with him speaking. So we can use this as like a tape reading opportunity to just learn. Um, but what's nice is we already got our trade for the day, so there shouldn't really be any FOMO about trades or wanting to get in or itching for anything like that because we were able to get the trade. It just didn't go for full TP. We were able only to get for half, um, and that's totally acceptable too. Let's gamble. I mean, we can gamble. That's fine. Like I'll still alert trades. I just don't. I'm just being realistic. You know. How many like what percentage do you think of the prayers that are sent to Jesus or whatever come from traders? 20%. You didn't get the question. Okay, let me say it again. What percentage of the prayers around the world, right? Meaning like if you were to take everybody in the entire world and total up all their prayers, what percentage of those prayers do you think were made by people that are trading? Not a lot. Yeah, realistically, probably not a lot, but it was a joke, right? It was just a joke. Because you always see people like, please God, please let this trade hit. You always see that on the timeline, or you always see people in chat saying like, whatever. And I'm guessing a few of you have probably been like, when you're deep in drawdown, you're just like, gosh, man, can you just let this one hit just one time, right? That was just what the joke was based on. I got you, Renee. I got you. I had this I had this person in my by the way, it's 15 minutes before, right? Like Powell speaks, so it's you're basically gambling before this, but if this inverses, this is just like a re-entry to the initial long. Um ES sweep the low, the good displacement up. So if you wanted to gamble, this would be a trade you could gamble on. I had this person in my town that you had to vote on for the ballot. Her name was Nicole Huddleston, and I literally thought of ICT every single time I saw one of her yard signs or whatever. Okay, well this close is awful. It's like way too high. It'll probably still work. This is good momentum up. This is 15 points in two candles. I wouldn't set my break even at these highs. I would set it at this high here. Okay, well now the play's invalid. So, unlucky. Did we get like at least a 30-second play maybe? Yeah, no. Yeah, so invalid, no entry. Is my order good? It's a little high, but you'll probably be fine. That's how I would at least set it up. Just watch the SMT with ES. When ES takes this high, just go to break even. All right, so I'd be break even here because ES took the high. Wait, no, no, it's working. So ES swept its 5x quintuple equal highs. Oh my gosh. Wow. 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 All right, well, that's the macro time, I guess, for you. Why couldn't that have been our trade, man? Why did that have to happen 15 minutes before Powell talks? Well, there's the first TP from the trade. 3R from the original, and then yeah. Yeah, I think I would have scaled all of this high, just because we're so uncorrelated between NQ and ES, and I feel like the chances of us coming back for break even are pretty high. I would have scaled like 90%. I gotta stop speaking in hyperboles. I'm like so used to Dodgy doing that, and I have to be like more direct and like more like what I would actually do. Like in this scenario, I would leave one micro runner. Because me saying I would have scaled like basically all at this high or all at this high is like hyperbole because I'm never scaling all at a high unless it's an external high or it's a high with a fair value gap, like an obvious one, like an untapped fair value gap. Like I would be scaling at this high because it's a high instead of an obvious 5 minute gap, right? So yeah, I would have gotten break even on that trade. That's why I would have been out 90%. And Addy would have gotten break even. Tough. I'm pocket watching. 2 minutes short? Probably not, because I don't want to short. For the one-on-one, when will that roll out? I said that earlier in the stream. I'm thinking I'm gonna launch it tomorrow, and then you can start signing up for one-on-ones starting next week. Yeah, we're just like tapping into this 5 minute and then rejecting out of it. We've been doing that all day, and it just happened again on ES, I think. Oh wait, no, ES is uncorrelated. We do not look the same. Never mind. Like one-on-one like one-on-one. I sit in a call with you for 2 hours, starting at 9 a.m. and going to 11 a.m. and we trade AM session together, and we talk about different issues that you have in trading, whether that's entries or psychology or basically any kind of question you'd have. Yeah, Maya, you can schedule out like super far in the future. The only problem with the platform that we're using to do it, it's on WAP and it's through an app that they have, but the app doesn't allow me to like X out days that I won't be able to like do one-on-ones. So like for the holidays, you can still book on like Thanksgiving or Christmas. You can still book on like the Fridays that we have off. So what I would prefer to do honestly is just set it up through Calendly, and then I'll share the link in Calendly, and you guys can like sign up for a slot, and then once you've signed up for a slot, I'll DM you, and I'll show you like where to sign up, I guess, for as far as payments go in WAP. Where's Calendly? I haven't set it up yet. So here's Powell. Here's 3 p.m. Wow. Okay, this is low key a data wick. Maybe we get OSFL. No purple tie. Oh, we're for sure going for 50% now. Oh, dude, no way. Are we gonna dump into close? That would be crazy. Where do we find the speech? I think it's on the Federal Reserve's YouTube channel. That's where they usually post them or have the live streams going. Dude, who wants to chase short here? Just to the data low. Nothing? Yeah, I don't know then. Oh no, it's gonna hit and we're not gonna get a setup. No. Oh, it already hit on ES. Where's the data low? Right here. This is the data low. But we already hit it on ES, so we don't have to hit it on NQ. This would be another gamble IFEG if we got it. Bullish SMC at the low. But you're longing with an NQ data low still unhit. So is that it? Let's see. Interesting. Hey man, we got a data low, but ES already swept it. So maybe we get an OSFL target. I don't have a setup to get short on, unfortunately. It does look good. Bro, I'm not shorting for 2 points. Okay, bro. Okay, bro. I'm not fading you. Ooh, shouldn't have gotten out, man. Come on. Oh, God. Are we really going to dump here? What are they saying? Is it really that bad? It's just an intro and we're dumping? Can you imagine what happens if we who's this? Oh. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Inflation prints from yesterday and today were kind of hot. Oh man. Oh, we might dump into the close. This is a lot of momentum down. This could be like the start of the sell model. Yeah, we need to inverse the 4 hour probably. Or the daily. I'm still looking for longs out of the daily Bissy, but this is a lot of momentum down. You see how in all these previous closes we like tapped the low and then just like shot back up? And now we're kind of seeing this like expanding downward. This is like sell model price conditions now. We shouldn't be seeing like W. Dude, what if we go for like the daily Bissy below? Even if we get like a V-shaped recovery here. Okay, this. Okay, wait a sec. I don't know. After like a massive dump, I don't like to take the first inverse. But this is like high risk, high reward. The RR on this is insane. But yeah, like Dodgy said, I'm not bullish yet. I would need to see like this gap inverse in order to get bullish. Looks good, man. Well, you're not even there on my thing, but I saw the video earlier. It looks good. Okay, wow, this 1 minute's working crazy. I'm literally out for 15 points right there. I just got 15 points like it was nothing. I just got 15 points in literally 5 seconds. I know, of course. Okay, bro. I'm so done. I'm so done. Wait, I just top ticked that crazy. Wait. I actually have to share my executions on this. thanks, man. How'd you rate it? Yo, what's crazy is he thought it was paper. All right. I'm looking. Uh huh. Key fob. Oh, okay. Okay, goodbye. All right. The RR box of my dreams right there. I said it was high risk, high reward. And it ended up being rewarding. Yeah, honestly, like a long if we got here wouldn't be bad. I would take that on the 1 minute. Three-minute doesn't look bad. Yeah, it's like it's all the same, right? Like the 3 minute, the 5 minute, they all close like at this same level, right? Which is nice. That's why I think like if we got the 1 minute, it wouldn't matter if the 3 or the 5, or the 2 or whatever ended up closing. This was on the 3 o'clock open, so if we inverse that, that would be huge. By the way, all these shorts that people are taking on this move down all have their stops either at the hourly candle open or at this high. So this high is going to turn into like a massive draw on liquidity. Which is why I think a long here, if we inverse this 1 minute, would probably work to this high. And the RR from this would be about 1-to-1. Okay, that's a really high momentum candle. Like 25 points from the low to the high here. 30-second long. Technically, but it's not obvious. That's not something I take. So I was able to fix the drawdown on that 25K account with this long. That was literally my goal with this, was just to fix the drawdown from the long earlier. Dude, PM is so good. It's literally better than AM. Dude, honestly, if electing Donald Trump was all it took to make PM good, like that's kind of crazy. Obviously, I know that those things aren't correlated, but it's just funny. Maybe they're slightly correlated. He's basically saying yeah, that makes sense. What was CPI from yesterday? 2.6. It's not that bad though. Year over year is still at 3.3. Oh, for real? Dang. Yeah, that's a little high. But 2.2 month over month is really good. Isn't that good? Wait, how does that work? I thought CPI was just like the number they gave. That was like from the last year. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, it went up 0.3. That's okay. So this is the month over month. This is the year over year. No, year over year. It says year over year is 2.4. Yeah. That's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute. He's done talking already? Oh wait, no, he's still up there. Okay. We're pumping. Okay, dude. If we close over this high, it's probably a good long. Like, if we retraced and hit the OB is probably going to work to at least this for value gap. This is way too good a momentum. I already feel like we're going to hit this. It's just you're gambling. You're gambling J-Pow. That's the only way I could say. I mean, he's talking, and there's an active news event happening literally right as we're sitting here. So trying to trade it is just gambling. You're just spinning the slot machine right now. I mean, it's actually a little better odds than a slot machine, but it's basically a slot machine. I'm just tape reading this, right? Like, since we've closed over these highs, this is now like a market structure shift, right? Although technically, if you wanted like a real like higher time frame CISD, you would need to see this high closed over, and we did just tap 50% there, and we're rejecting it now. I'm also like trying not to fade the trend, and the trend still has been like super bearish. So the only way to get long here would be if we inverse this gap, like I said, and that I don't think would be that much of a gamble. I think this would work if we inverse this 1 minute. Check. Can you imagine if what I said comes true right now? Literally said if we close over this high, then I'm expecting it to work for a long, and I'm expecting price to come back to tap this OB and then head higher. Can you imagine if that's exactly what happens? That would be crazy, right? By the way, I'm not going to take any shorts now that we've hit the low. So the only trades I could possibly take here are longs. Wow, this is like the most amount of people I've had in here after 3 o'clock. So a little bounce there, but looks like we aren't gonna hit the high. So my crystal ball is failing. I've got to polish it a little bit more. Kinda. Like this idea, maybe. So far, the 1 minute bodies are still respecting the OBs, so I haven't given up on the longs yet, but this is not what you want to see if you're long biased. The rejecting out of the 5 minute. Okay, like this is a gamble entry, low key. Like if you have an eval you don't care about, like you could gamble trying to short low of day. Not something I'm ever gonna take even as like an eval play, but just like if you wanted to gamble, it makes a little sense. No entry. So now that OB is being disrespected, so ooh, 1 minute still holding. No inverse. Okay. Okay. Maybe we end up actually making this work. Did 50% hold of the OB? Kinda. That's the candle closed. That's the candle open. So 50% of the OB held. It only gets violated if we close below 50% of the OB. Ooh, maybe longs are good. Maybe I just called it too early. Low key want to get in? No, that's the FOMO. That's literally FOMO in your head infecting your brain. Do not succumb to the FOMO. Wait for a setup. Dude, stop listening to the FOMO, dude. You know Venom, like from the Spider-Man series. That's literally FOMO in your head. It's the symbiote or whatever. All right, let's listen to it. All right, Ursula, we'll catch you Monday. Sorry you're not feeling good. Feel better. Can I not share voice of this video? Oh, are you not able to hear it? Wait. No, I'm sharing audio. Oh, I just closed it. Oops. Here, make sure that you have your audio turned on, like in the stream. Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't know. So we're getting pretty choppy now. We didn't really get a PM model today, but I think that's mostly because we didn't really have like a good daily target. And we kind of already saw like the PM model play out in AM when we swept previous day low. So I think that this was like our daily target, was these lows. And we swept those. Those are the 21,055. So we swept those here, and then we already got the 50% retrace up. So this has just been chopped the whole rest of the day. But PA has been good enough and volume has been good enough where we've been putting in for value gaps. So it's kind of been compensating for the fact that like the model already played out. This was the model playing out here. And anybody that took this 1 minute was playing the model. So it's not really like a PM model. It's like a daily target model, if that makes sense. Because let's look at like high of day relative to the range, right? Actually, I can just take the daily candle. Will this still show up if I go to the lower time frame? Yeah, well, okay. So we're at low of day right now, but when we were at low of day, it was 55. So let me go back. So we were, oh, oops. We were here ish, right? It was like 48 something. Yeah, close enough. And then we retraced to 50%, which was here. So you can already see we got the range for the day and then the 50% back up. And then since then, it's just been chopped. Oh no. Okay, so basically chat what he's saying is if like Donald Trump puts in his proposed policies of like tariffs and whatever, they're gonna have to like basically spike in inflation rates. He's basically saying that he doesn't know if these things are gonna happen. He doesn't know, but like they're basically gonna have to be reactionary. The Fed is, and they're gonna have to like pump inflation rates or the federal funds rate to like an insane level. Oh God. Oh God. Unless I miss something, unless somebody can explain it better than me. All right, well, we inversed this 1 minute down, maybe, on this candle without hitting this. Oh, and it's invalid. Tough. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're probably gonna keep dumping here. Yeah, I don't think the market's liking this talk. Okay, so yeah, he's saying let's wait and see if the policies actually get enacted. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. But yeah, no, I don't think the market liked that at all. All right. You too, man. Thanks for stopping by. This is a good meeting. Dude, this Fed has been so good. Like, I really like J Powell. He's really good at his job. I think you have to be like a news reporter, Dapper, or like wealthy. So we left equal lows. Probably gonna come back for those. All right, Renate. We will see you Monday. Will there be any Black Fridays for your WAP? Yes, there will be. It will be more than 1%. I don't know what Dodge's plan is yet. I'm just gonna match whatever his Black Friday sale is. All right, so there's the equal lows. All right, so we have a bullish SMT at this low. Theoretically, with good momentum and inversing this 2 minute, this could be a good long. This would be like another good gamble long. Ooh, this would be very good, chat. I might even deem this eval worthy. Yeah. All right, I'll take this on eval if this is the momentum we get into the close. All right, I'm off that. So no inverse on the 2 minute. That would have been good, I think. It's not an obvious gap. That's why I'm saying it's an eval trade, but it's still good. Just because of the bullish SMT. But I don't think we're bullish at all. $1.5. Every time we get an A+ setup, I will trade my funded. So usually that's like 2 or 3 times a week. The 2 minute did have potential, D trader. You muted? I don't think so. Yeah, during PM. During AM, I take usually one a day. So I take like 5 during AM. Um, or like 4. Because usually there's like one day where we don't really get a trade. So like 4 during AM and like 2 to 3 during PM during the week. So like 7 or 8 trades total throughout the week. Like today we didn't have any A plus setups. We just had like A setups, so I didn't take any funded for this PM. Yeah, the momentum's kind of dead. I don't know what happened, D Trader. It's been dead for like the last 40 or so minutes. It was like all that excitement leading up into the meeting, and then he said what he had to say, and now nothing. Yeah, I don't think there's any good like targets left for today. The only thing I think is that we're bearish and that we might dump. And this would just be like a small scalp off of the reaction of like hitting the daily BISI again. But eventually, when we tap, a gap 4 or 5 times, like it's gonna break, and so that's what I'm kind of anticipating is like this gap breaking down. I said that during stream too. I said that on the higher time frame I was leaning more bearish, even though everybody and their mother is like, we're at all time highs, we have to be bullish. And it's like, yeah, but we also need to get a retrace. We have unfilled liquidity below. 893. I just have the next daily BISI marked, and then I have 675 for 50% of the daily range. The problem is, by the time you get a death candle to the target 960, it's already going to be 960. How you mark it? Well, normally I draw a square, but since like this would be huge and it would cover the whole chart, I just drew a line to mark like the liquidity level. Is that a bearish signature? Not necessarily. It just means that like we need to like retrace, right? Like a bearish signature in price would be like something like this, right? Like this is obviously bearish. This isn't so much. It just means that we're like kind of neutral and like we're like, there's not really any more targets above, but there's also like price is too bullish and we just want to continue higher. Like this is very obviously bearish, singular candle down, death candle, no immediate reaction off of 50%. Not a lot of like momentum back up, and then you see like another massive death candle, and then here you go, oh, we inverse the entire daily range, let me hop in a short and target the next ITL, and take profit here and then hold runners and then take profit here and then hold runners. In order for us to be truly bearish, we would need to inverse this the same way that we inversed all this. If we inverse all this, like this entire gap, I might start looking at like puts like 3 months out or something like that. By the way, I'm so glad I never branded myself around ICT. Like, obviously, I use the tools, but I've never once put ICT in my bio. I've never once been like, I'm an ICT scalper. Because, to a certain degree, by you doing that, you instantly become associated with him and, like, that image and that brand. And there's so many things he does online that are, like, what I would consider to be embarrassing. Like, I'll never have to go back and be like, oh, I had that in my timeline. That was embarrassing. All right, Maya. We'll see you Monday. Thanks for stopping by. Well, it's not that he's psychotic. He just has like actual mental issues. Like he's bipolar. Like I don't think he's a necessarily like a bad guy or like you know. I just think that like some of the stuff he does online is a little embarrassing. All right, let's get back to the 1 minute. So limited displacement below these lows. So that tells me that we're not necessarily bearish anymore. Good momentum up here. If we inverse this 1 minute, that's like your high risk, high reward trade. But I'm going to be waiting on the 2 minute because that's where we've been rejecting from. If we continue to pump and then inverse the 2 minute at the start of the 350 macro, I'm going to wait for like the candle to form and see how it reacts. And then after like I wait, I might get in a long, I might not. Probably not. I really don't like trading after 350. Oh yeah, no, there's definitely good parts of ICT, but I just don't want to be associated with him on social media because he says too much on Twitter. Oh yeah, no, Addy, I wouldn't be taking anything with size at this point. I don't like trading with size at 350. It's too unpredictable. Yeah, exactly. A bearish signature in price is when bullish confluences aren't being respected. Sorry, I just caught up to that message. Um, that's when you really know that like price is getting bearish. And the opposite for bullish too, right? That's why IFVGs are so good. So it doesn't look like we're going to get that 2 minute inverse at 350. And we are still kind of expanding lower. It looks like this candle might want to close below these lows. So all right, well, we're still not displacing really below the lows. I mean, we are a little on the 1 minute, but I don't know. This isn't like bearish. Like, it's not like we're dumping, you know? Maybe 350 will change that, but this kind of looks like LRLR up a little bit. Yeah, Tradeovate is like tweaking out for me right now. I don't know if you guys are having the same issue too, but my charts are like disappearing. They're like reappearing. Um, it's like not updating. I don't know. I'm probably not going to take a trade if Tradeovate's having technical issues. Actually, I know I'm not going to take a trade if Tradeovate's having technical issues. It's been doing this for like the last 5 minutes for me. You'll take it for me? Appreciate it. How many cons you want? Like two. Two micros. Which props do you... Yeah, MFFU and Apex. Any top step? No, because MFFU is just better value. You'll do minis? Yo, no, chill. Yeah, and the problem with Top Step is like their proprietary platform, their brokerage platform, Top Step X, kind of sucks. If you haven't had any issues with it, then like that's totally fine. But for me, I think the UI is pretty bad and the data is kind of weird sometimes. Like I've been slipped orders on Top Step X. I haven't had fills go through. Like I don't know. Which one are you using? I'm just using Tradeovate. I think Tradeovate's the best. It's free copy trading, and the platform is pretty easy to understand. It'd be really cool if they came out with a feature that would allow you to log into multiple prop accounts at the same time on their site and have multiple accounts set up in group trades. So I could like, without having to get Replicanto, I could just copy trade everything on Tradeovate. But I don't even know how you would do that. Okay, so 1 minute looks like it's going to be inversed here. All right, Addy, we'll see ya. Yeah, my only issue with the Top Step is that they have less drawdown. That's about it. So there's the 1 minute inverse. They just have 500 less drawdown than MFFU. And there's the break even. Okay, maybe this works. It's already up 15 points. High risk, high reward once again. And it ends up working. Runs the LRLR. Two minutes not going to close for another minute and a half. There's no way you get the 2 minute entry here. But if you caught the 1 minute, that's pretty cool. Did anybody take that? And looks like it's going to be break even on the rest. Yes? Dang, risk. All right. Yeah, personally for me, I'm not taking that just because it's 350. The gap isn't like too obvious, but I like that we didn't displace below the lows, and I like the LROR. So if you took it just to run the LROR, that makes sense. But I would 100% be break even now. For a scalp? Okay. Cool. All right, for the 30 or so of you remaining, what would you rate today's stream? I guess this is my feedback for on a scale of 1 to 10. All right. So according to some, we got a little bit of room for improvement, but pretty good. Awesome. Very cool. You know what's nice is like the only feedback I've really gotten from people about PM stream so far is just that they don't like PM itself, which like I can't control that really, right? Um, and other than that, like I don't really ever see people complain about the way I trade. I don't think I've seen anybody complain about like the culture, the community we've had in here. Like nobody complains that it's like the people are annoying or whatever. I know you guys have your complaints about dodgy sometimes, but that's about it, right? Um, and that's really cool because like, well, I obviously want to continue to improve and I want to find ways to improve. If I'm able to make you guys happy and successful, then that's my primary concern. T Trader, bro, I said don't do that. You didn't even scale any for the 2R or whatever that we got there. I mean, hey, you know what? If they're up, if they're winning, I guess good for you. Those are not my minis, though. I do not claim them. All right, I'm not taking a trade after 4, so I think it's it. Okay, D Trader, how much are you up right now? On the day on my quote unquote trade. Your trade is now even. All right, get out for even. Because the trade would have been a break even trade anyway. All right, sounds good, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Hey, thank you for the nice words, Cam. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you guys so much for checking out stream and stopping by, and I'll make sure I'll get this full stream uploaded too, and I'll throw it in the chat. So if any of you guys want to review anything that we talked about today, any of the setups we took, or any of the funny moments that Ryan had while on stream, those will be up later. um, Tomorrow is our off day, just remember that. No PM stream tomorrow. I'll make an announcement about that too. um, but yeah, thank you, and have a good weekend. Peace out.